In Jeremiah chapter 29, we see one of the most known promises when God says, I know that I have plans of good, plans of blessings for you, and not plans, of course, of bad things for you. And many people has been preaching about that, and I have done it many other times. But today I want to underline something different. And I want to put an example on that. It's my experience in the last 2 months here in Canada. When we arrived, we had many questions. One of them was, will we find a car? Because we need to buy a car. We needed to buy a car. And God made a miracle. We found a very good car in a very wonderful condition and with a very nice price. Now we need a second car because my wife has found a job, and now we need 2 cars at home. And now we realize how good was the opportunity of the first one, because we are struggling to find another car in the quite same conditions, and we cannot. It's really hard. So that shows us that the first one was really a blessing. On the other side, that's another example. When my son arrived 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, he was asking himself, will I find a job here in Canada? It's going to be tough, it's going to be hard. 2 weeks later, he found his first job. And now he's wondering and complaining a little bit because of the salary. It's a very low salary, but it's a first job. You realize that actually was a blessing, but now he's focused on, I probably will change jobs and I will try to find another one where they pay better. And we are always with that spirit of complaint and bitterness somehow. And the other day, just another little tiny example. When we arrived, we were wondering, we need a lot of electrodomestics, a lot of compliances for the kitchen and many other things. Will we find a good price? Will we be able to buy those things that we need for the kitchen? We found a place where they sell them half price new, and all of them were wonderful, but one of them was broken from the factory. So now we have to call to the warranty, to the client service, and to return it or ask them to bring us a new one. But the spirit is the same, bitterness. I wanted this so much, but we do not realize, we do not appreciate all the good things that we have achieved. And that's the point. God always has plans of good, of blessing for you. But we, as human beings, have this bizarre tendency to focus only in the last broken step, in the last thing that didn't work out as we expected. So think about, from asking, will I have a car, to will I have a second car? That's a big difference. From asking, will I have a job, to will I have another job that is better paid? That's a big difference. From will I find some appliances, to will I be able to return this one and get a new one? That's a big difference. But we have this, sadly, we have this tendency to complain and to focus only in the negative. And we forget, we have this feeling that this promise from Jeremiah chapter 29 doesn't apply to us. Yes, it does. God has plans of blessings, many blessings. The problem is that we focus on the things that do not work. Do you count your blessings, or do you count your complaints, your failures? What do you count? Because we are called to count the blessings that God is giving us. And this is what where we see that actually this promise from Jeremiah 29, God is faithful to accomplish it in your life every single day. Look backwards and focus on the evolution of your path of your life, and you will be able, if you make the effort, to count much more blessings than failures, than things that disappointed you. Because if you really think about that, things that have disappointed us, actually we can work them out and turn them into good at the end, the most of them. So, stop counting your complaints and start counting your blessings. That makes a huge, enormous difference.